Welcome back to IGN Live at Comic-Con. We've been having a ton of fun, lots of great moments with the biggest names in comics, movies, games, and TV.
And now we're talking about Cutthroat City, a brand new heist movie set in New Orleans in the aftermath of the devastating Hurricane Katrina. But what has us most excited is the incredible cast.
Joining us now, RZA, Kat Graham, and Shameik Moore. Thanks so much for joining us, you guys. Okay, so right off the bat, what can you tell us about this show?
Well, this movie,
movie, I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, all good, good. You know what I mean?
Third day of coverage, I'm losing it, sorry.
Well, this movie takes place in New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. Kat and Blink plays a newlywed couple who has a lot of optimism about life, a lot of aspirations, and then the storm comes and it washes away all their aspirations, and it turns them more to a situation of desperation. Yeah. And it goes on and on down a rabbit hole from there.
Can you tell me why you chose Hurricane Katrina in particular?
I mean, there's a lot of places when you see people with dreams and unfortunate communities, and it resonated with me in the sense that I've seen my community, a lot of people having dreams and aspirations, and they being crushed by circumstance. And I think Hurricane Katrina is one of the biggest natural disasters to hit our country that left so many people disenfranchised, downtrodden. And then when the government had a chance to come and fix it, that didn't happen either. And so to see a group of young men trying to find their ground and trying to struggle and make it, that resonates with me. And to see a family that these two play, a couple with a kid, and just trying to, take their education, take their good American qualities and make it, and can't get out of the hole. It was interesting for me to bring that story to the people.
Now I gotta ask, what's the tone of the movie? Because it's a heist movie, and people hear that they think like adventure, but everything you're telling me sounds like really somber.
Well, it's a drama, right, with the heist in it. I mean, Shameik plays Blink, right, and Blink is a graphic novelist. Yeah.
All right.
He's drawn all these great characters. He went to Tulane. He had his own comic strip, and now he's trying to get a job at the newspaper, and it looks like he's going to get it. We open up the film with a great piece of his art, and then like I said, Hurricane Katrina, it changed so many lives, and we don't know that, right? We see the news clippings, but we don't go inside the community of the Ninth Ward and look at how some of these families that were not criminals, that was not gangsters, that was working class Americans, right? How did life affect them? And this story taps into that.
Shameik and Kat, can you tell me why you guys were attracted to this project?
Well, the script was amazing. For the first second I read it, I was like, I want to be a part of telling this story. It's got everything from the character depth to, following this journey of these four boys, these friends that are fighting against their circumstances to win, to make something of their lives. And I feel like with everything that is happening in America, I feel like the story of these heroes needs to be told, and who better to tell it than this iconic artist, RZA. So I was just super excited. I was just beyond, hello. So I was just beyond excited to even get the chance to be a part of this, for sure.
Shameik?
Honestly, me and RZA had some mutual people on our team. It was like, yo, you need to sit down with RZA. So I was like, okay, for sure, ain't nothing.
Yeah. You're like, oh, okay, cool.
I sit down with the big homie. We get to, vibing. We eating lunch, dinner, whatever. Got some rosé, chilling, just talking about what I, saw for myself and what he's going for. Just getting to know each other. And then he really swerved into Cutthroat City. I had already read the script. I was interested already, but I really got into it after we connected, and I'm seeing his energy. I'm like a sponge. So anyway, we were just talking about taking over and doing this for real. And after I sat down with him, it was a wrap. I was like, yeah, we shooting this movie in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And we about to take over. It's a wrap. That's how it went.
I met Shameik. I saw Shameik in Dope, shall I say, and then. I watched The Get Down, and I was really impressed by his talent. If you look at Dope and you look at The Get Down, you see the different character changes that he's able to do. I think he's one of the great young talents in Hollywood right now. And looking for a lead, is always difficult, because this is the guy who was going to guide your audience through, a couple of hours of drama. And when I saw him in The Get Down, I knew that he had the potential. But when I met him, and I saw that he was not that guy in the Get Down. He was not that kid in Dope. He was actually becoming those people. I was like, yo, I need you to become Blink for me. And he agreed to do it. And I gotta honestly say, you know, as I'm in that editing room and I'm watching, their chemistry is magic in the film, but I'm watching it, you know, I'm like, wow, this kid has lost himself and shedded himself and became this other thing, you know what I mean? And he really delivered, yo. So bong bong.
My brother.
Now, RZA, big question. This is your second feature film?
It's my third.
Third. I'm sorry.
It's all
but
good.
obviously, you're very well known for your music. How involved in the soundtrack are you?
On the soundtrack, I'm kind of soliciting 3 different composers right now. If I get who I want, I'll sit back and let it happen. And if I don't, you know, these fingers work pretty fine too.
Love it. Okay, so since you guys were in New Orleans, I thought that I'd ask you guys some New Orleans questions. So we'll go down the line here. Jambalaya or crawfish etouffee?
Vegan.
Oh no, you were vegan in New
You
Orleans?
see how I roll, right?
Oh my goodness, you too. I
Well, you
forgot about
remember
that.
because yesterday we had a pizza challenge where
Yes.
if we got the answers wrong,
Oh, you
it was
would've
a bit
loved the
more
pizza,
lighthearted.
yeah.
No, it was pretty bad,
Yeah.
and we had 2 vegans. So yeah, the world's
Yeah.
going vegan.
What about you, Shamik? Did you get attached to any New Orleans food? King cake, snowballs, beignets? No.
I was not. They tried to get me to try some beignets, but I didn't even do
You
that.
were in workout mode. You
I
were
was in
like in
workout
beast
mode.
Yeah.
mode. So
That's a
couldn't-
hard
couldn't
city to
get
do
you
that.
done.
Yeah,
No.
seriously.
I did buy beignets for the entire crew and cast. That was one of my, I think my end of the first week, that was a gift. Beignets for
We were
everybody.
just
You
covered
have
in
to
white.
do that.
Yeah.
You know, I want to ask you. So Shamik's character went to Tulane, but we see that this movie's in the lower Ninth Ward. I mean, those are completely different worlds. If you've ever been to New Orleans
course.
before, can you kind of elaborate on that? Like, do we see both of those worlds? Is it predominantly in the lower Ninth Ward?
No, the movie is based in the lower Ninth Ward. The thing is, you know, his character going to Tulane is actually a small resemblance of something that happened in my life before. You know, not to get too on, but I dropped out of high school, took a GED, and then had the chance to go to college, and that was going to lead to a bright future. But circumstances took me down the left path. So his character, being a guy who has talent, has these abilities, and you know, you could be in a Ninth Ward and your family work hard to send you to school, and they looking for you to be the future. And he was the future of his family, but things just went bad.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Really excited about this film. All right.
Thank you, Cutthroat City.
Yes. All right. Well, we've got to go to a break. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we're talking Aquaman with the stars of the film. We'll be right back.